You wanted to see me?
Yes, I wanted to tell you that I met with my attorney about your efforts to try to delay the divorce.
To prevent the divorce. And he told you that I'm well within my rights.
Yes, he did.
And you called me down here to tell me that? Not that I mind. It's always nice to see those eyes.
I called you down here so I could beg you to stop fighting me.
Sorry. No can do.
One way or another, Keith and I are going to be married.
Not if I can help it.
You are making this much more difficult than it needs to be.
That's the plan. I don't want this to happen. You want to know why? Because I don't think you do either.
You're not taking this baby.
Carly.
I know what this is. This is Jennifer. She was here. We let her hold the baby. I let her hold this baby after everything she's done, and this is how she repays us?
Jennifer was here?
Oh, come on, Hal.
Yes, Hal, she stopped by. She seemed pretty emotional.
I told you she was trouble. She came here acting all fragile, and then she ran off to get her daddy to come and steal the baby.
Jennifer doesn't know anything about this.
I had no idea Jennifer was here, Carly. Dusty and I, we've been in the middle of an investigation.
Listen, Hal, I know you love your daughter, and I'm sure that it's very difficult for you to see her fall apart, but this is Gwen's child.
I'm sorry, Carly, but that's just not true. That baby you're holding is my grandson, Jennifer's baby. And I'm so grateful to you for taking such good care of it.
Stop it. You don't honestly expect us to believe any of this. It's crazy.
A bit of a shock.
It's absurd.
Proof. We matched the baby's DNA from the custody suit with Jennifer's DNA. It's all there.
Are you sure he's okay? Billy. I mean, why am I dreaming about crying babies?
Because I wouldn't have it any other way.
What?
Do you think I'd be lying here with a girl if she wasn't at least slightly nuts?
No. But still, I've never had a
Carly
dream.
and Jack are taking good care of him. Okay, and you're gonna see him in the morning, which is in a few hours.
Sorry.
I'm not complaining.
So he's fine?
Carly promised, right?
Yes, she promised. I guess I'm just not used to things working out.
Gwen, you won. It's over. You have full custody. He's all yours. It's okay to be happy.
I am. I'm very happy.
Honey, I just wish that you would sit down and drink your tea so we could talk about
Mom, there's nothing to talk about. I have changed my ticket. My flight leaves in a few hours.
But you are exhausted,
Well,
Jen.
you know what? You're not helping anything. Look, I know that Johnny is gone. I've seen the test results. Everyone has proven it to me. But there's still a part of me that can't accept it, and that's why I need to be someplace new. Can't you understand that?
I do understand. And I do think that you should go. I do. I just think you should take a couple of days. If you don't want to go to your brother's wedding, that would be fine.
Paul, I have to call and tell him I'm leaving.
You need to go, and you need to talk to my sister.
Paul, your sister is the least of your worries. The police aren't ready to share quite yet, but from what I can gather, your fiancé and you are in very, very serious trouble. The charges range from conspiracy to commit fraud, to obstruction of justice, forgery.
Yeah, we didn't switch the babies.
No, but by covering up the switch, you aided and abetted after the fact. Craig Montgomery perpetrated fraud, switching your sister's baby for Gwen Norbeck's the night they were born, forging hospital documents.
I would never do anything to hurt Jennifer. Craig did this. And when I found out about it weeks after, yeah, I went along with it, but that was only because it was the only way I could think of to keep Craig away from Jennifer. My ex-wife is lying in a hospital, but she's in a coma. She's never going to get any better. And Craig did that, and you only imagine what he would do to Jennifer.
He's in prison.
Yeah, but for how long? Look, this wasn't easy for me, okay? I love my sister. I would never do anything to make her unhappy. But I knew that if she got that baby back, that Craig would ruin her life. It's Jennifer. She has to know. I owe her, I think. Jennifer, don't listen to them. They don't understand.
Who doesn't understand? What are you talking about?
Where are you, Jennifer, and who's with you?
Well, I'm at the Lakeview with Mom. But not for long. That's why I'm calling. Look, I know the wedding is tomorrow, and I feel really awful. But you were right. I can't handle it. Being here and seeing Gwen and the baby, I can't stay, Paul. So I got a seat out on a flight tonight.
Then go. That's a great idea. I think you should go.
You're not mad?
No, why would I be mad?
I'm missing the wedding?
I'll send you some cake.
And pictures?
Hundreds of them. Jennifer, listen. Everything that I did, and I mean everything that I did to protect you.
I know.
All I've ever wanted is for you to be safe and happy.
Well, I would love to see you. Could you come by the airport?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it to the airport. Sorry.
Hey, Paul, what did you mean when you first picked up? I shouldn't listen to someone?
That's nothing. I'm just kind of in the middle of something here. You got a flight to catch.
Yeah, you're right. I should get going.
I love you.
I love you too. I'll call you in a couple days.
Yeah, I hope so.
It was strange.
What do you mean?
Paul sounded, I don't know, odd. Like there was something wrong and he didn't want to tell me.
What's wrong is that he's marrying Emily Stewart.
Mom? She makes him happy, and that's all that matters.
In that case, I should be marrying a kilo of bittersweet chocolate.
What happened?
She's on her way to the airport right now. She doesn't know. Yes. She changed her flight from tomorrow to tonight.
Well, that's
good. She just called to apologize
No, that's
for
a good
missing the
thing.
wedding.
So she gets on the plane, it's gonna buy us a little time, right?
She has to know that Greg did this.
All right, listen to me. Once the charges against us are dismissed, we'll be able to
Let's
talk
not get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to see if they file charges. We can deal with any mitigating factors later. All right? Hal found you in the records room.
Yeah. Al and Dusty Donovan.
How did they know you were there?
Dusty. You see, Dusty Donovan fancies himself as Jen's little hero. He's been snooping around for a while now.
When Jennifer finds out the truth, she's gonna hate me.
Well, she'll be angry with you, but it's not the same as hating you. Whatever it is, we'll get through it. Okay? We'll deal with it together.
Did Paul ask you how you put the pieces together?
Yeah, but I didn't mention your name, and he didn't either. Don't worry. All your secrets are safe with me.
You'll keep me out of this, Dusty. But will Paul and Emily?
You know, Cass has a point. How did Dusty go from overhearing Casey and Will to realizing we were in the records room?
I don't know. They were talking about a paternity test. I guess he just figured that the records would be at the hospital.
Well, why would he just figure that? I mean, if I didn't know how it worked, I would assume that they were at the courthouse, wouldn't you?
You knew better because of your mother.
Yeah. A hospital employee.
What are you trying to say?
That Dusty, our little hero, isn't just protecting Jennifer. He's protecting Meg. I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense.
Looks like they're right, honey. At least according to this report.
I don't care what that says. It's just a piece of paper, Jack.
You remember in Montana? We were waiting on word about Sage. That piece of paper changed our lives. This test doesn't lie. Hell doesn't lie.
I'm not saying that he's lying. I'm saying it's impossible.
I know.
If this is Jennifer's baby, then where is Gwen's?
We think that Craig made the switch at the hospital the night the babies were born so that he and Rosanna could adopt his own child. Jennifer she was given Gwen's child. I'm so sorry.
No, you're telling me that Gwen's baby died?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I don't believe that, because she would have known. She would have felt it.
I think she did. She was at the service. She was in the back row.
Well, of course she was. Will was there, right? So she would have been there to support him.
No, honey. Don't you remember in court? Gwen stood up and said that Casey was the father.
But he isn't. The paternity test proved that.
It's because they tested the wrong baby. They tested this baby. The baby in your arms, Casey's not the father. Craig is.
No. That's not possible.
Honey, remember when Craig was here? Holding the baby, saying that this was his son?
Because he was adopting the baby. He and Rosanna were adopting him.
You've known Craig for a long time. You know how far he'll go to get what he wants. Craig is this baby's biological father. That's why he was so desperate to keep him.
Craig's been fighting Jen since he found out she was pregnant, threatening to take the baby away from her.
Does Emily know about this?
Why?
She came by here. She suggested that I keep the baby away from Jen, saying that it would upset her too much to see him.
Emily knew.
Emily knew this baby is Jennifer's, and she didn't say anything?
Well, she hasn't exactly been herself lately.
The point is, this is Jennifer's son.
How am I going to tell Gwen?
Find a way.
I know it's hard. But trust me, you're doing the right thing.
No. No, I can't let you take him. I can't.
The truth is, you don't want this divorce any more than I do.
Well, it's too late, because she's moved on.
Keith.
You know, it's too bad that she didn't fight this hard for her when my sister was still alive. Of course, guys like you, the grass is always greener, huh?
You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, you know what? She's not going to need you, but her lawyer probably will, so be aware of that call.
I really should go.
Really? I didn't know that you were meeting Holden.
I didn't realize I had to run every single move I make by you.
You don't. It's just that I don't think you should be alone with him.
I met Holden in a public place to discuss our divorce, which he's refusing to give to me.
Well, did you ask him to delay it?
No.
Really? Because I'm getting the impression here that he thinks he's still got a shot.
I told you that I would marry you, and I will.
Well, when?
When I can. Now, if you don't mind.
Lily. Come on, man. We're not finished here yet. Lily, come on. Please, don't go. Sit down. Please? What's happening to us?
What's happening to us?
Yeah.
You're holding me hostage.
I know, I'm pressuring you right now, but I just don't want to see you go back into a stale marriage because it's familiar.
Okay. Do you think our marriage would work?
Yes.
Really?
I do. I mean, marriage is risky in general, and I've made mistakes, and I'll probably make some more mistakes. But I won't cheat on you. I promise. And I keep my promises, just like you do.
Even a promise you were forced to make?
Come on. What are we doing here? We're getting married. That's what we should be talking about right now. I know we've been butting heads a lot, but once we're married, we're gonna have fun again.
Fun?
Yeah.
Fun? You think that's possible?
Yeah, I do. Lily, the feelings that we have for each other, I mean, they're strong. They just don't go away.
You're right. They don't go away. Are we done?
Why, is there someplace you gotta be?
I'd like to say goodnight to my children, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's okay. Just don't be too long.
Okay, so let's say Dusty overheard Casey and Will arguing over the paternity test. Who's he gonna tell? Meg. They live together. That's the first place he'd go.
Meg would deny it and then tell us.
Yeah, only she didn't, did she? No, my guess is that Meg got all wide-eyed and dewy and got him to hold off telling Jen until they got more proof, which she knew they would find in the records room. So Dusty went to Hal got the warrant, and they showed up a minute too soon.
Yeah, the only problem with that theory is that Meg has nothing to gain by telling Dusty the truth and everything to lose.
Yeah, well, here's a chance to find out.
I was at the hospital. They said you were arrested. What happened?
But Dusty didn't tell you?
No, I haven't spoken to Dusty since breakfast. Oh, God, please tell me this has nothing to do with Jen's baby.
Dusty knows the truth.
How?
He claims he overheard Will and Casey talking.
And somehow he figured out the test results from the paternity test were in the hospital records room.
Does he know that I helped you falsify the blood test?
Don't think so.
Oh, come on. Dusty's been investigating this for days. You're telling me he didn't mention any of this to you?
No. No. It's kind of a sore subject, you know, because of Jen. He tries not to mention her or the baby, especially since we moved in together.
So you know nothing about this?
No, of course not. I would tell you guys. This is the last thing I would want to happen. You know that. Please tell me you believe me.
Do you think you can sleep now?
Oh, was that your plan? To wear me out?
I know better.
You sleep. I'll be quiet. Oh my God. Look at this, there's all these games in here.
Yeah, there might be a checkerboard or something nice and boring.
I thought you were going to sleep.
Yeah, well, I gotta put another log on the fire.
Was this Jennifer's?
Yeah, she was about 8 or 9. She wouldn't go anywhere without it.
I was never really into dolls.
Well, Jen always wanted to be a mom.
Yeah. I can see why having Billy's the best.
Yeah, I'd give anything to bring our son back for her.
I know.
Well, could you just call me when the car arrives? Thank you. Oh, I forgot my dry cleaning.
Okay, then why don't you go tomorrow? Because I'm sure there's so many other things that you've forgotten.
Mom, the plane leaves tonight.
I don't want you to go.
I'm going to Paris. I'm not leaving the planet.
Honey, what am I gonna do without you? It's almost Christmas, and I simply refuse to spend Christmas in that garage.
Well, okay, if you don't want to go to Gwen's, then why don't you have them here?
Why your brother feels he has to look after that platinum sourpuss and her illegitimate child is beyond me.
Mom, he loves her, okay? And Billy is no trouble. He's an angel. And Will's obviously fallen in love with him, and who wouldn't? He's beautiful, and he's... Oh, honey. Hello. Oh, the car's here. Good. I'm ready to go.
Carly, you have no right. The child is Jennifer's. Dusty,
I'm not disagreeing
he
with you,
belongs
Dusty.
to Jennifer.
What do I say to Gwen? She's not here. She's been raising this baby. She's been fighting for him. She thinks Billy is hers. I don't have the right to give him away.
You don't have the right to keep him.
We tried to contact Gwen. We couldn't reach her.
She's at Barbara's cabin. Hell with Will.
That's where he was born.
Well, then you know for yourself that there's no cell phone service up there. They're coming back in the morning. Why don't we just wait until then?
Jennifer's waited long enough. She's leaving to Europe first thing in the
Okay, then tell her. Tell her that the baby's here and she can come and get him in the morning.
It's a great idea. She'll be relieved, she can get some rest, and Gwen will have a chance to hear the news and say goodbye.
I'm sure that Jennifer will be more than willing to let Gwen see her baby. Nobody's blaming Gwen. This is not her fault.
Then don't do this to her, Hal. Don't tell her that her baby is dead and then take the baby she loves out of her arms. It's inhuman.
It's a lousy situation, Carly, and I feel for Gwen. I really do. But my daughter is hanging by a thread, too. Jennifer needs him. You know she does. Carly, look, what if it was Parker? Parker and another woman who loved him. What if another woman had him? Would you want to wait until morning?
She's my sister, Hal, and I promised her.
I'm sure you did. But it's not up to you. This is out of your hands, Carly. I've got a court order. Now, you either hand them over, or I'll be forced to take him.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
I can't do this.
Here you go. What's that for?
Coming into my life and loving my kid and making me believe that all of this can really work.
Why would I tell Dusty? And why would I be here if I had?
Well, I don't know. We just found it a little hard to believe that Dusty would make the jump from the records room just from overhearing a couple of teenagers having an argument.
It was on his mind. And since Jen is leaving town, he must have pieced it together. I don't know what to tell you, okay? Just that I didn't tell him. Why would I? Everything is going great. We moved in together, Jen's leaving town.
Maybe that newfound conscience of yours is starting to bother you, Meg.
Look, I'm not gonna pretend that it's been easy to live with what I've done, but I did it, and I'm not looking back. I love Dusty, and if he found out that I kept the truth from him, he would leave me. If Dusty knows the truth, he's gonna get to Jen.
Whoa, 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 where are you going?
I have to get to Jennifer before Dusty does.
Jennifer doesn't know what we've done, and nobody's ever gonna tell her.
They're sending a bellman up for my bags.
Okay, you are not staying away forever. I simply won't allow it. In fact, the minute you leave the store, I'm going to call my travel agent on the phone and book a flight to Paris. I know right where you're staying. You gave me your address. I'll just book a hotel down the street.
I don't know exactly where I'm staying.
You said you were staying with friends.
Well, I will definitely see my friends, but after tonight, I've decided that I need some time to myself.
Honey, it's Christmas. You can't be alone at Christmas.
I'm skipping Christmas this year, Mom. After everything that's happened, it's just too painful.
Now this will make the perfect Christmas present. You need to go to paint, though.
Will, Billy can't really sit up yet. How is he supposed to ride a rocking horse?
You just wait. In a few months, he'll be all over that thing. What's that for?
Coming into my life and loving my kid and making me believe that all of this can really work.
Gwen, I don't want you thinking I'm some kind of saint or something. This is as much for me as it is for him. I love you, and taking care of Billy, it's like a second chance for me, you know, to get it right.
Me too.
She'll never forgive me.
She'll understand you didn't have a choice. We gotta comply with the court order.
No, we don't. So what? So we'll be in violation. It wouldn't be the first time. Jack, she deserves the right to say goodbye.
This little baby has been tossed around from mother to mother, Curly. First Rosanna, then you, then Gwen. He needs to go home. Jennifer's a good person. She's not gonna keep the people who love and care about this little baby away. You want me to do it? Hmm?
You be a good boy. Okay. He's lying. You should have it.
No, it's right here. It's right here. Thank you. Yeah. I'll get the car seat. Okay.
John Dustin. I can't believe it.
It's a miracle.
Yes, it is. I remember the night you were born. All your mother kept on saying was, let me hold him. And now she's gonna get the chance. Munson. Oh, whoa, Tom, what? You're prepared to offer Emily a deal if what? Okay. Okay, I'll find her and I'll let you know. Hey, John Dustin. This is Dusty Donovan. I believe you two have met. I've got to get to the station.
Okay.
What about the baby?
Oh, I was wondering if you would do me the favor of taking my grandson to my daughter.
Are you sure?
You brought him into the world. I think I can trust you to take him home.
Thank you, Al.
Get out of here before I change my mind.
If Dusty tells her, you know what's gonna happen. Jennifer's gonna start crying, she's gonna end up in his arms, and I'm gonna lose Dusty.
He won't find her. She's on her way to the airport.
Yeah?
She's leaving for Europe tonight.
But your wedding, I thought it was tomorrow.
It was.
She changed her plans, decided to leave earlier. We said it was a great idea.
So she won't know what's happening, that you're arrested and her son's alive.
No.
And we don't want her finding out until we've worked out something with the police.
You can't tell her that I knew about the baby switch. She's gonna go running to Dusty.
I don't want Dusty picking up with my sister again, you know? And if keeping Meg out of this prevents that,
Fine, we won't say anything.
you do your part, and we won't drag you into this.
And why would Meg be dragged into this?
I don't want you to go.
I will be fine, and so will you.
Liar. You call me the minute you get on the ground, okay?
I promise. I am gonna miss you. I mean, I know for the longest time I couldn't wait to get away from you. But And we just never seemed to get along. But then I lost Johnny, and I needed you so much. And there you were, my mom. That's me. I couldn't have gotten through this without you.
Oh, yes, you could have. You're my daughter. Okay, okay, all right, you're fine.
I'll call you.
All right. Even when you need me.
Okay.
Mom?
Oh, don't worry, I'm not a stowaway, but somebody's got to see you off, right?
I'd like that.
That's probably...
The bellman. Take a look around, make sure you haven't forgotten anything else, okay? Hi, George. Listen, my daughter's gonna be catching a flight, so would you mind just grabbing her bags?
Luke? Faith?
You were so right, Keith. Those feelings don't go away. Hey! Santa Claus!
Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, wow! So you still like to cut them yourself?
Old habits die hard. So what brings you by?
I came by to see the kids. I saw the light was on in the barn.
Yeah? They've been sleeping for a couple hours now.
Guess I lost track of time. Still snow on it.
Well, it's cold.
Yeah. Sure is cold.
Want this jacket?
Oh, I know. I really should get going, but. Okay. So, when are you gonna decorate?
It's up to my mother.
Right. Well, hey. You remembered.
Sure, why not? It's a good memory.
So this is the first pine cone you saw on the tree?
Wouldn't be good luck if it wasn't.
I can't do this.
Thank you.
A new father.
Daddy's here.
I want him in my life. Must confess to his wife.
Once I tell her this, who the hell really knows how she's gonna react?
Do you love me? An ex-husband.
I'm beginning to realize that you were right about a lot of things.
Must scheme to get his company back.
What if she finds out that this is a ruse?
This week, The Bold and the Beautiful, better than ever.
All right, what do you think?
It's perfect.
Can't wait to see his face when he sees it. Not that he knows his name or even how to read. Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing.
asleep?
What's that for Sage?
To Billy. I got it for him because Rosanna's so crazy about horses. I was gonna give it to him for Christmas.
You still can. I'm sure Jennifer won't mind.
Won't be the same.
I know.
I broke my promise, Jack. Both of them. I promised Rosanna I would take care of him, and then I promised Gwen.
Why would you want to drag Meg into this, Paul?
He doesn't, which is very thoughtful of him. But really, if there is anything I could do for either of you, just let me know, okay? I was over at the hospital when I heard they were arrested, and Dr. Stewart was very upset. So the staff just wanted to offer their support.
You know, I'd appreciate it if you kept an eye on my mom. I don't want her to be alone tonight.
Yeah, of course.
That was very generous of the staff.
Yeah, they wanted to help. I'll go check on your mom.
Thanks again.
Take him to booking. Not you.
Whoa. Cass is representing the both of us.
So we'll send for you when the judge is ready for you. Get him out of here.
Emily and I are together on this, okay? You don't need to worry about anybody knowing what you've done.
I told you I don't want your help.
Don't be a fool, Emily. Paul is going down. Now, you can go down with him, or you can help yourself.
How?
By turning state's evidence.
You want me to testify against him?
It's that or go to jail.
Hey, babe, it's me. I was just wondering what was going on. If you had maybe spoken to Jen. Call me, okay? Bye.
You ready to meet your mama?
Oh, you just missed them.
You mean Jennifer?
I just put her bags in her car. They're heading for the airport.
Thanks.
On the next As the World Turns.
Come on, Lily, where are you?
I will not testify against the man I love.
Sometimes people do strange things for love, or the fear of losing it.
Wednesday, rediscover your holiday spirit.
I'm off to my caroling job at the mall. Our group's called the Fezziwigs. It's straight out of Dickens.
God help us, everyone.
Then take off on the worst holiday vacation ever.
How can anyone enjoy this?
Shut up and get more change.
New Yes Dear after New Still Standing, CBS Wednesday.